Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Today we're looking at a little head-to-head, maybe not a fair comparison, but a pretty close comparison. The Klein Classics, the old wire strippers made by Klein Tools, up against the apples and oranges comparison of Knipex Forged Wire Strippers. Apples and oranges, you say? Yeah, well look, it's not really the same operation. Here you got a big forged piece of tooling, and this is kind of a stamped model, but this has done a lot of work for me. I mean, I rewired a whole garage with this, all my housework before I got into this one. This was the king right here. I love this thing. This was one of those, I saved my money up and got that one before I got these big ones here. The best part about these, they strip. I mean, it was almost as good as the Knipex in its day. I'll tell you the downfall, this little cutter right here. After you cut through your solid Romex wire 25, 30 times, and you got this little snap, and this is some stranded wire, but this would, you'd get it in there and then it would pop. Ooh, after a while I started getting the carpal tunnel operation going on there. I mean, I still loved them, but they were painful to use after a while. But like I say, the stripping end, oh yeah. Back in their day, they've sat around in the toolbox and got a little rusty, and I'm probably not even in the right one yet. Oh, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, like I say, the stripping back in its day, it was the king. It was the sheet. You know what I mean? Of course, then these came along, the old Knipex, and it's not even really the effortless cutting and the stripping. Well, that one didn't come off all the way. I mean, that's the difference. But like I said, in their day, they were something else. But here's something else you don't get in the Knipex. Look at there. You got a whole setup of crimpers there ready to roll. And yeah, you got to use the hard to use cutters, and so you want to put your little terminator on there. And then look, you just pop it in there and crimp. Then you're on there. With the Knipex, no, not so much. Yeah, maybe if you squeeze it with this, then you got to get a separate crimper from Knipex and crimp it down in there. Yeah, I guess if you like to have one tool does it all, then the Klein really is the way to go. But you want to run it with the Klein, you got to get the extra, or the Knipex, you got to get the extra piece. Pop it down in there, cinch it down and go. Then this one kind of sticks in your, not even really made for these. It's more of a ferrule, however you pronounce it, piece than these, crimp-on terminators. So, but yeah, like I said, not even really a good comparison, but in its own right, a great set of wire strippers. Yeah. The one thing these don't have that these do is the, you want to cut the little bolt cutter to cut your bolts. You know what I'm trying to say. Your little electrical bolts where you're tying in your top of your boxes and etc. This does have the little hoop maker. The loop maker for solid wire, but that's it. Doesn't have a bolt cutter built on these. So, like I say, in their own right, great set of tools. Not even really a good comparison, but still not a bad set of strippers for your homeowners, your weekend DIYers. That's all you need right there, really. and at probably a third the price of these honkers. If you're a pro electrician, that's how you make your living, yeah, spend the big bucks, get a set of pliers that'll last forever. These, if you ran these every day, all day, no telling how long they last, but they're just not the same quality. Build-wise, look at that little, 1/8" stamped steel. They do have a little reinforcement right along the edge there where they pop them out a little bit. And then, of course, the crimper's built in, the stripper. Like I say, the only thing with these, after cutting with that little thing for a little bit, especially on solid core Romex, you get some 12 or some 10 gauge wire in there. You've got to put some oomph into it, and it does. It got me right in the crease of the hand where it just, after a few of those, it started hurting. So yeah, not really a straight up comparison, just a little side note of some stuff I got there. And then of course you want to crimp with them. The Knipex, you got to have a little separate set. I'm going to try to dig up my Klein set of crimpers and we'll do a 4-way compendium showdown on there one day. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great one. Just want to show off some more tools, really. That's all I'm doing here. All right. Take it easy, and y'all be careful out there.